Let's move straight to our next conversation. We are in an era of technology, and the way to go is digital. As such, the federal government has directed the West African Examinations Council WAEC and the National Examinations Council NECO to adopt full computer-based testing CBT for all their examinations by 2026. The Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, disclosed this during the monitoring of exams in Buhari, Abuja. Alausa said both WAEC and NECO will start administering their objective papers through CBT effective this December. Asukwo, you know, the
November or December now?
In November, I apologize, November. Now, the full adoption of this CBT by these two exam bodies, WAEC and NECO, do you think it will bring that credibility to the exam bodies?
Well, I feel it will, you know, but at least it will reduce cheating.
Yeah, the exam malpractice,
you know, because
absolutely.
It's been too much. JAM was able to do it. You know, they tried this. When they introduced it, some people within JAM, we are still jamming them, you know, because then the result that you have is the same thing, you know. Your question paper might be the same with Kayode and my own. So they started that way with the CBT. Then later they adopted another, you know, method of using alphabets.
Okay.
You know,
Beautiful.
And, you know, eventually they found a way of, you might not even know whether alphabet A is for Kayode or, you know.
Okay, so like a type A, type B kind of thing.
So they brought different methods. At the end of the day, now it is your road to your tent, O Israel. You go to the exam, you are facing your work, and then you finish. So for NECO now, if they are bringing this, they said it's just for objective only. The essays will still go on. So it means that comprehension for English language as well as biology and co will still come up. So, but they need to find a way and make sure that they learn how JAM is doing it presently.
Absolutely.
So that they can incorporate it and make it better.
How about miracle centers?
No.
Those who just paste it under the bridge, sure bets, score 3,000. You know, the miracle centers, wonder centers.
I don't want us to lose thought of the track is trailing. You know, this CBT, I have a bit of challenge with this new policy. Now, I think the minister should not just be taking decision while he's going on tour on all those things. This thing has to be thought out. The JAM he mentioned came up with all kinds of strategies.
Yes, strategies. No,
during the time I was writing JAM, they tried to cop. In fact, you can be rest assured that we call it Orijo was drastically reduced to almost 1% or 2%.
Absolutely. Because
it is either you read and pass or you don't read and fail. You know, JAM had that credibility to that extent. And of course, the lady has taken it much higher.
Yeah, exactly.
So
give
please,
it to him.
The minister, you can admire good things, but you need to sit down first. That statement is not for you to just go on a tour and take a decision that by 2026, the groundwork has to be done. Yes, I don't know the full policy of WAEC, but I know WAEC has to do
so your
the whole of West Africa.
You don't think it's well thought out?
No. I'm not too sure. I'm just saying that looking at the story surrounding that statement, the minister should take it easy. We've had that kind of instead of a directive, because already mentioned in 2026. And if you look at what happened the other time when they said you must be 18 years before you write. They had to retrace it. This is a policy, and policies, you should think beyond administration.
To avoid policy flip-flops.
Exactly. Think beyond administration. Think about the future. Think about what is sustainable.
Absolutely.
Because this JAM is so fluid that if CBT is captured by malpractice, induced candidates, trust me, they'll come up with another strategy. That's how smart, how foolproof JAM has been. So I'm just saying, Minister, maybe you need to sit down, do a proper press conference, tell us your strategies. Have you contacted other countries within WAEC? You understand? NECO is just Nigeria. WAEC, it's the whole of
that have done it and have succeeded.
It shouldn't be a statement that you made when people are writing JAM. That's just the caution I want to say. There's no doubt that JAMB has more credibility than WAEC and NECO. I can say it over and over again. Time has proven that, hey, if you are not ready for JAMB, JAMB will jam you.
Yes. But in your opinion, do you think with the CBT route, if it is now, if they are able to dot all the I's, cross all the T's,
is this
you think
sustainable? It looks good on the surface.
It looks good on the surface.
It looks perfect on the surface. It is the right way to go. If they can even come up with some kind of CBT for essays, I don't mind, so that we can cut out where you are going into.
Because the miracle centers, we need to
can cut
talk
out
about
mercenaries.
Yeah,
cut
mercenaries,
out people doing the work. It is you and you alone. We can cut out schools, you know, giving answers to their students. Absolutely. These are realities that we face. And we now have people who had 9 A's, and when it comes to JAMB, they cannot score 150.
Yeah.
Because somebody gave them that result. They didn't work for it.
Absolutely.
So I'm just saying that, Mr. Minister, take your time, think through, and let us say 2026 is a reality.
Yeah.
So
your last take on this.
I think the minister has to think through it, because it's a rush thing, you know. So I know he's a good minister. I know he has been trying to bring up new ideas and new policies, but for this, before you start, he has to think through it. You know, just like I said, he can do a peer review with JAMB. There's nothing bad in it.
Absolutely.
Go there, learn how they've been doing, because the first stage, they will be teaching problems.
Sure.
Because you are talking about, you know, JAMB, their own is just number of schools they can, but this one, you are talking about thousands and millions of
students,
including West Africa, not NECO now, but West Africa has to be included. So the likes of Ghana and Co will also have to look at it. Do they even have the capacity for it?
The technology.
Because they will be because you also have to start providing, you know, equipment, computers and all that,
internet,
you know,
electricity, all of these
has
things.
To be there. So there's a lot involved in it.
I guess they will require the funding.
It's a good idea.
Huge funding as well.
It's a good idea.
All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our final conversation.